Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Monsters Inc. in Disney's California Adventure getting a 2027 delay, no more park hopper restrictions, some updates on Disneyland Forward, and cookies because Sean loves cookies.
I love cookies.
Make
I
sure you hit the
kind of feel we need to have some sort of intro or something. These news of the week.
news of the week.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's start with cookies. I think
Yeah.
this is a very important one. So this trend started, I believe, around spring, late spring, early summer of 2025,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a little cart. Well, it was a food
Wasn't
truck.
little.
It was a food truck.
like a food truck style, but it wasn't
Food
a
truck.
truck.
And this
It's
is
like-
the buckets of cookies, right?
Oh yeah. I think we still have the bucket.
Yeah, I think we do. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
still do.
this was Cathie's Cookies in downtown Disney, and
Mhm.
it was like in a food truck. And right in front of the ESPN zone, which is now a Lululemon store,
Mm-hmm.
they parked this food truck, Cathie's Cookies, and you can buy two items. You can either get like a little cone that had maybe a dozen or so cookies,
Okay.
or you could get a bucket,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a refillable bucket, so you can bring it back and refill it when you want it.
We could do that.
This was over the
they charge
summer.
you
They charge you less. They just charge you the refill fee.
So yeah, that just came back recently, apparently.
It did, but not in the same way. But before we get into that, there was
Okay.
one other way to experience the cookies phenomenon, and it wasn't Cathie's Cookies, but inside of the gallery, harbor something or harbor gallery, right in front of Pirates, where you like to get your clam chowder,
Mm-hmm.
they sell cookies there as well, and they're supposed to be like the same, if not. I mean, they're obviously different, but they're supposed to be on the taste level about the same.
Interesting.
And so folks that didn't catch it in the downtown Disney side could always go into the park and get it at the Harbor Galley. But now the news and the reason why we're talking about this is that in downtown Disney as a permanent fixture, Cathie's Cookies is now available permanently.
Wow. Is it still a food truck?
It is not a food truck. It is, I think they got like a little, it's a kiosk is the best way to describe it.
Okay, those
Okay.
things.
There's like these little kiosks, like you might have seen like the churro one.
Mm-hmm.
There's like one with the
They sell slime in one of them.
yeah, they sell slime.
They sell the ones that Jeremy likes.
The macarons.
Macarons.
Yeah. So it's one of those little booths where like one or two employees can fit in it, but it's a permanent establishment now.
Okay.
But would that degrade the flavor? Because the cookies were nice and warm when they give them to you.
I mean, I think they still have the oven there, right? So you're still
Do
gonna
they?
get 36 ready to bake frozen cookies. Oh no, wait! You can pick up a pack of 36 ready to bake cookies to take home,
Oh, and then
or you can buy them there.
Or you can buy them pre-made. Okay.
Hmm.
You
I-
want
I-
to show
I-
this?
Yeah, I think we should investigate this.
Which yeah. So here's their current menu. That is available. So you can get a bucket of cookies,
That
or
are-
the dough to go,
Mm.
or the sleeve that I was telling you, which is about 12 or 14 cookies.
Hmm.
Now, I do not see the refill here. I definitely know the refill was on the cart.
Aw,
You can get hot chocolate.
I don't want to get a bucket every time I go.
I know.
I
We're
want to do
going to
without those buckets.
come home with 50 buckets
eBay them.
with the cookies in it.
No. Eat the cookies.
Doesn't show prices though.
It does not, but the previous page says it's about $15 to $35, which is about what I think we pay like 20 something dollars.
And the bucket is really like it's a shareable bucket. It has so many cookies. They're about like this big.
Yeah,
These are overflowing.
they're rather small, I think.
Yeah, they're smaller than like a smaller than a Costco cookie
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
Costco cookies this big.
I
You
know.
You can't compare.
Cookies.
All right, Sean, I'll tell you this much though. If you have to choose between the Costco cookie for $2.50 or this,
And this one has better.
This
flavor.
one has a bucket. There's a bucket
No.
involved. So
No,
buckets make everything better.
no, what makes this good though is that they're freshly baked and it's almost like getting Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Because they're hot and they're ready and they're chewy and they're gooey and they're amazing.
So that's what makes them better than the Costco ones.
That they're hot and chewy and gooey.
So if I tell Costco,
Yeah, the
to warm
Costco
it up
ones
for
are
me-
baked earlier that day, and they're probably within a day fresh.
Yeah. But I think you'll welcome. I think this is good though because this was very seasonal,
Mhm.
as in it was like a hit or miss, and I think it was only there like on the weekends. And so this is a permanent establishment, which I think is phenomenal.
Yeah, because I think we only got it twice when we were going to Disney.
Yeah, we got to sleep once and a bucket once.
We got the bucket first, and then we realized it was way too many cookies.
So we got to sleep.
We got to sleep.
I think I took a picture of this, Sean, and sent it to you once.
I think you
I
did.
did. I definitely sent a picture to Sean and said, "Look what we have."
Yeah,
Yes.
and
I did remember that after you mentioned that. Oh yeah, they've been there for a while. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Definitely, if you like cookies, it's a good cookie. I would buy it. It's an
Cookies.
expensive cookie, but a good cookie nonetheless.
But there's
I love-
lots of them, and the buckets involved.
apparently they sell you milk till now.
Yeah, I'd be curious if your Magic Key has any discounts here now that it's a permanent thing as opposed to
Mm.
not so permanent. And the location apparently is next to the Sunglass Hut and the California Churro, right here next to the Jazz Kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know downtown Disney enough to be able to figure out where that is, but
By the Lego store.
Okay.
In between the Lego store and the Jazz Kitchen.
you can't go wrong looking for the Lego store.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's the only area with the kiosks, right? There's no other areas.
No, there's somebody. They're along the whole route,
Mm.
but they're mostly in source of fun. But yeah, all right. So that's the cookies. Again, if you are in the park and you want to get cookies, Harbor Galley cookies. I don't know if I need to do the recipe, but they also do share the chocolate chip cookies inside the Harbor Galley. And people have compared the two. You do get a 13 pack inside. Again, not going to be the same cookie because it's a different vendor.
I want cookies.
But
now.
if you're in the
Oh,
park,
that's good.
you want to go. This is definitely something to get.
I want cookies.
Yeah, now you need to go get cookies.
Hey, we have cookie dough in the
We
freezer.
do have cookie dough.
Oh, it doesn't help me.
Yeah, I can take some tomorrow. Okay, so that was that. Let's move on to some exciting announcements or not. I don't know how I feel about this.
What do you
Monsters.
So yeah, Monsters Inc. has been delayed to 2027, and that begs the question.
Closure of it is delayed. Yeah.
Yes, the closure has been delayed, and that begs the question: what is going on? Like, why would Disney make all this fuss and muss about shutting it down, only to delay it closing down? And the second question is, why do they have to shut it down? Why can't they build around it and then shut that down? Like, why do they have to shut it down so soon?
Maybe they're trying to figure out their whole transportation issue before they.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the whole change of transportation. And
Buses.
Yeah. So does it mean it's gonna be open? So people can go.
Yeah, people will continue to be able to ride it until through the end of 2026. It was supposed to shut down like over the next couple weeks, but they pushed it out. Basically, they give it another
almost 2 years. Yeah.
Another 10-month lifeline.
Oh. Well, because if you look at it, right, where it is, it's in the area where the buses come in.
It is. So my understanding is that the Esplanade is going to base the whole Pandora's thing is supposed to be from here, and it's supposed to stretch out through here.
Oh, so there'll be no
all
entrance?
the way this way.
Yeah, they're going with the elevated entrance, so you'd be going over Avatar.
Yeah, this will become the parking garage. So this is part of our Disneyland Forward expansion. This is currently cast member parking, and so this will become a new Disney parking with a bridge that goes over these hotels here and lands you right into this new Esplanade here.
That's gonna be interesting.
So the area that has the reddish bricks is pretty much staying, but everything where you see the buses and the greenish, that's becoming Avatar land.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's big enough for an immersive Avatar land, but it's supposed to be good.
Well, they probably do a mini version.
Well, I don't know, because the ride that they're saying, Sean, I haven't seen or much of it, right? But in Disney Shanghai Pirates, that ride mechanism is supposed to be state of the art. And this
it's incredible Pirates, right? I've watched the videos.
Yeah. So this is supposed to be the same level of immersion and technology that they're going to use for this new Avatar ride.
I thought they were just going to copy what they have down in Animal Kingdom.
No, they are not. It's gonna be closer to the Pirates in Shanghai than it is to Animal Kingdoms.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, they said that it's going to incite emotion an
Mm-hmm.
immersion of levels that you've never seen in any Disney experience before.
I should finally watch the Avatar movies.
And you and Alex,
I should
have
watch
you seen
them.
him, Alex?
I've seen the first two.
I only
I've-
seen the first one. Is the third one even out? I think it's only
The third one's been out since like Christmas.
Oh, really? Well, so
The
the
fire
second
one,
one was
water,
water, and the third one's fire.
fire, yeah.
Okay.
So what's interesting here, though, guys, is that this is Disneyland's second attempt to do this.
Mm-hmm.
They got shut down because all of these restaurants and hotels were like, "You're gonna block off all harbor entrances." So even every hotel here, you know how much traffic this
Mhm.
whole side of the street gets,
A lot.
and so that's gonna impact every hotel except the Disney properties.
Are they going to put like ways to access the bridge through harbor other than just the parking lot?
They haven't really shown anything.
Because what happens to the people that are going through harbor? How are they going to
Yeah,
get into the park?
you get the hotel at Harbor thinking you just walk across the street, and now you can't anymore. You have to walk back into the parking lot.
Based on this image, it looks like they're still expecting people to walk through.
Okay.
Right? If you see this, I kind of see people walking here, but it's gonna be a much more narrower path.
Hmm.
And there looks to be some sort of a ramp here.
Oh, it's probably be like the ramp that we used to go to the parking structure.
Yeah, because if you see here, there's some sort of a ramp. So I wonder if they're gonna expect people to go up and across.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a tight fit. When you're looking at this,
Monorail there too in that
there's
picture.
not a lot of room between here and here. So
Mm.
I'd be very curious how they're gonna do it. And it looks like the monorail is gonna go over the monorail.
Mhm.
So the monorail passes right here. So if you look at that picture, right, the monorail's passing this way.
Yeah, so this is going to be a very elevated bridge.
Yeah, because already the monorail is what, at least 20 feet in the air?
Not very high at all compared to the Florida.
No,
one.
this
Right, so it'll be at least, so that means that this bridge is gonna be at least 30 feet in the air. And it's gotta clear this tree here.
not trees going down. You know that.
I just don't see a whole lot of wiggle room, right? Like we do, like this is the way
Well,
this
So you can see Monsters Inc. is that building on the left.
this one here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so that if that's going, they're probably taking out that area that they use as mainly a pop-up store.
I would assume they're gonna get rid of all this Hollywood. Like I would assume they have to get rid of this one because this has not been used for a while.
Oh, I know.
It's a good.
It's a great theater,
Great
great
theater.
size, but
I haven't heard anything on the news that they're removing that theater. But yeah, the last time I was in that theater, it was Aladdin.
I love Aladdin. It was such a great one.
That was good stuff.
They recently did Rogers, the musical from the original Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
They did have it boarded up, like covered. They did last time we went.
Yeah,
Remember the last day we went? It was all covered on the outside. You couldn't go into the.
they mainly use this area here for magic key holder activations. So whenever they have like giveaways for magic key holders, they use this area.
Mhm.
But the building itself has been vacant for a while. I think Disney has some wiggle room though, right? Because I think if they get rid of their buses system that they're already complaining about,
Uh-huh.
they're gonna be able to come out to at least this tree line here.
Yeah.
That means they're gonna get rid of that parking lot right there. The drop.
Oh, the drop off's definitely gonna move.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that thing's moving.
Mm.
I think they're gonna get rid of this. They're gonna push out. It's a lot, and then what's in this building?
Oh, what is that
Which
building?
This one here. I don't think it's ever been used or anything.
Yeah, no, that's the one that they have like the pop-up stores. And
No,
right?
no. Oh, you know what? No, yeah. They did something very briefly one time when like the Avengers came out or something like that. But it's,
Yeah, the
it's
Avengers
very
came
seldomly
out, you
used.
could go in there and get a whole bunch of Avenger merch.
Yeah, that was one time. This one they've used in that I've been in when they had the Tron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But again, still all buildings that they don't use. And then of course Sean's favorite, this one.
Which one?
This is where the Muppets was.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And the last actually isn't the Mickey's Philharmonic in there?
Yeah, this is not Mickey's Philharmonic.
Yeah.
Which I think, truthfully, they'd probably get away with not. I think they can get rid of it.
Keeping that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a lot of real estate that they can take this then.
Well, the animation studio over there.
That's
your
my
left
favorite.
there.
They can't get rid of that one.
Well, yeah, the whole thing is mimicked like Walt's office up at
Yeah.
Disney Studios, and so I don't see them tearing that down.
I don't think they would. That would be really bad if they did.
Yeah, but it's a very relaxing building because you can go in there, you can draw, or you can watch some of the whatever shows they have in there, and the turtle thing.
You can take a nap
I
in there.
think though, I think they'd be okay with getting rid of it though, because this whole street here,
Mhm.
this street was very important because I'm trying to find it, see if I can find the charging station, but this used to be the charging station for the trolley.
Uh-huh.
There's a charger on the floor, but they've since gotten rid of the trolley.
Yeah.
So this is not used. This wall is iconic. This
Iconic things sometimes have to go.
I think they might just tear this whole thing down and just turn it into
Not
Pandora.
the studio.
They haven't really announced much of what they're gonna do.
No.
The other thing that they did say,
only monsters. Yeah.
the other thing that they did say right here is the entrance is gonna be here, but the building itself is gonna be backstage for the Coco ride.
Okay. Yeah.
So we are definitely gonna be in this general vicinity here. The problem is though that through these doors is where the parade starts and ends. So they're going to figure out those logistics.
Figure out that, yeah.
But this looks like the area where they're going to put the Coco ride.
Yeah, I used to use. Well, I use that as my the backdrop for pictures.
The other cool and interesting concept that they're pushing around with this whole Disneyland Forward, and here's the picture of the Casa family. It almost looks like when you see the.
Wait. That looks like that. If you go back to it, I think they're going to redo that area. Right there.
This almost looks like this. I was gonna say this almost looks like this arch here, right?
I think it's that arch.
But it can't be, and this is the reason why.
It has to be.
It's completely different architecture for.
Yeah, it can't be because in the picture you have the white of Indie Coaster here, and look, it has to be to the left, and it would be turned too much. So the picture it's better set up here, like in this general area. Then we got this Avatar. But the more interesting one that I think I am more excited for is this land here. So this is also part of Disneyland Forward. And it's this concept where I don't know how they're going to do it.
Isn't that the parking structure now?
No.
I mean, not parking structure,
this
parking lot?
This is the parking lot for Downtown Disney.
Yeah.
So the premise is going to be, and I think what they're going to do is they're going to try to connect this, right? It's oriented. So this will become part of the park.
Mm-hmm.
And
they tearing down all the hotels?
No, they're gonna weave it into the hotels.
I think they're gonna.
If you look at the picture here, this is the Paradise or the Pixar Palace, and this is the Downtown Disney one. I mean, the Disneyland Hotel.
Well, that's going to make those hotels much more interesting to stay at.
And it's not unprecedented because the Grand California is already interweaved into California Adventure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like Sean says, I think it'll make it more interesting. And what they're gonna do is they basically have all the way to here. And then all the way to here, which is basically the width of both parks.
Yeah, I know.
But just narrow.
Yeah,
with a couple of hotels in the middle.
Yeah, but where do we park people now?
Well, these structures are staying, right? Because it's going to be from here to the left.
I understand that, but you're going to need more space.
Yes, but remember, we're getting this structure.
Oh, they're building a structure there.
This is going to get a huge structure with the bridge.
Do you think they're going to make a structure on the Pixar and Friends?
No. So the premise that Sean and I were thinking of last time, right, is this area will also become part of the park. This is the Downtown Disney. But this area is currently for sale. The Garden Walk.
Oh, it's for sale? For sale?
Yeah. And so that leaves the question of Sean wants this to be a villain's land. But no talks about what Disney would do there. All right. I don't see any other news. Oh, Sean, some exciting news though. New CEO in place. He basically has said that they acknowledge that Millennium Falcon is a good ride, but not a great ride.
Okay.
And so they're going to add more roles and responsibilities to the people that are not the people flying the ship.
Yeah, because I feel like the 4 people in the back usually don't don't get to do much other than push buttons.
Well, the two people in the front determine the fate of the ride, but the other four don't do anything.
Well, if you pay attention to the buttons and you try to do what you think you're supposed to be doing, you miss the ride because all you're doing is staring at the buttons and you don't see the ride.
Yeah. So they're they're changing the storyline to align with Mandalorian and Grogu movie that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a whole new storyline
trailer too.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a brand new storyline, and two, they're just gonna make it so that there's more influence to the output or the outcome of the ride if you're on the back one. They haven't quite figured out the gunners yet.
Engineer, yeah.
Yeah, the engineer will have a little bit more influence. But it's always been an interesting ride to me. I don't know. I feel like
I still like it, yeah.
It's one of those rides where like if the line's 5 minutes, I'll do it, but I'm not waiting more than 15 minutes for this.
Really? I guess if I went as often as you, I'd probably hold the same opinion. But it's a every other year type thing for me.
You like it? Did I ever show you the Donald right here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Donald, the eyes, the nose, the little blue hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a also noticed that apparently, I don't know if this was a typo, but this started coming out on social media today, is that there's a line now for 2 people. If you have parties of 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it might have been a typo, but the single rider on this was really interesting. I like the single rider here. You can get on the ride very quickly as a single rider.
I most of the time I've done the single rider, except for when I went down during the last conference that we were there, and I waited in line with everybody.
All right, and what I think is perhaps the biggest news is that Disney is rumored. I haven't seen any official confirmations or anything from Disneyland, but it is rumored that the 11 a.m. park hopper restriction is going to go away.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which way to read that. That they just weren't going to allow you to park hop at all, or they were going to allow you to park hop all day.
I think it's going to go back to how it was pre-pandemic, where you could park hop the whole day.
Okay.
Right. It used to be back in the day before COVID that as long as you had your magic key, right? Although I don't think it was called the magic key back then. As long as you had your pass, you just roll up and you go to the line that you wanted to go to. You didn't have to pick a park.
Okay.
Now, I think logistically, here's where I'm conflicted because they're not getting rid of the reservation system. So you still have to pick a park. But we've never gotten in trouble. Our in-laws, your sister and my brother-in-law, have gotten in trouble for going into a park and coming back out and then walking across to the other park.
Why would you even do that?
Because when we first got our magic keys, Disney is not very transparent with their policy. Okay. And so because you get your reservation so far ahead in advance, it makes you pick a park. And sometimes one park is not available and the other one is. Okay. So sometimes it's like DCA is only available or sometimes only Disneyland's available. And so you can still get a reservation, but if you wanted to go to Disneyland but only DCA was available, you're forced to go to DCA first. Okay? And so, again, this was early on when we got our magic keys and we really weren't sure about the rules. But what we did was we would go to DCA because that's the park that we had for our reservation. We'd check in, we'd walk through and go out the toll booth again and then walk across to Disneyland. And then the Disneyland person will tell you that you did not spend enough time at Disney at DCA.
Never did that to us.
We never did that either.
Did we?
We never went in to come back out.
I guess we would spend a few.
No, we never did it because I asked them, and they said after 11 o'clock, it doesn't matter which one you pick, you just have to go to one. And so we would always just go and commit to one.
Oh, that's true.
Right? We never did let's go to the one that we actually reserved. At no point, because we always went to Disneyland after 11 o'clock, at no point in any of the 60 times we went did we actually pick the right part that we were reserved to because it didn't matter after 11. So that begs the question, if they're getting rid of the 11, you still have to pick a park. What point does it matter?
Do they enforce it?
Yeah,
that's how I read the news article a couple times, and it wasn't clear if getting rid of the 11 o'clock remove that restriction completely, or if it killed the park hopper.
I don't think Disneyland has thought this one through all the way, because you can't half bake it. You can't do it halfway on either way, right? Because if you get rid of the park hopper, that's lost revenue for them, right? They're not going to get rid of
I don't think
$70 that they charge for the park hopper.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that when you pick a park, how do you hop to the other park? Because you still have to pick a park. They still, like, it doesn't make sense to leave the reservation system and get rid of the 11 o'clock restriction.
It must mean that there's no more 11 o'clock, and you can park hop as much as you want.
That's fine, but you still have to pick a park to start.
Yeah.
And they're doing that for crowd control, because otherwise they should just get rid of the reservation system and let people show up whenever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I want to go to Disneyland right now, I used to, prior to 2020, be able to get in my car right now and go to the park right now.
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing. I didn't have to check, other than the traffic. I didn't have to check anything. I just go. But you can't do that ever since 2020.
Because you need a reservation.
Because you need a reservation, and the same day reservations aren't really available. And so Disney did invite a bunch of like influencers over to their headquarters, and what Disney was implying was, we're going to make more on-demand reservations more readily available.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to go right now, because if I wanted to go today and I didn't have a reservation, I would have had to check last night around 11 p.m. and hope that a reservation opened up. Because people cancel all the time. What do you think, Sean?
Well, since I don't have a magic pass, and I probably won't ever invest in one, I don't have as much of an opinion, but I did find the news article confusing. So,
because I think Disney's confused.
Well, how are they doing the crowd control if they already have the whole 11 thing? Wouldn't anybody just show up to any park they want at whatever time they want? I mean, before 11?
You would think so.
Yeah, since the park has a lot of locals that are there, unlike some of the other parks that don't have as many of the locals, I would assume that crowd control disappears around lunchtime.
The locals usually show up around 3, because the locals show up after work. They're not there in the morning.
Yeah,
unless they're coming in with family members from out of state.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, 3 p.m. beyond. It's a scary time to be at Disneyland.
Well, 3 to the fireworks.
Yeah, 3 to 9.
3 to 9.
It's
the last few times I've been there that I rope dropped, I don't remember it being overly crowded at rope.
Nobody rope drops. Only people that can afford to stay at the hotels rope drop.
Yeah. Well, I rope drop.
You can afford to stay at the hotel. The locals do not rope drop, but that's still. I think they have to get rid of the reservation system. Nobody likes it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
By them getting rid of the 11 o'clock, I don't know. I think they should do what they used to do before, which was turn people away at the gate. If it's at capacity.
Yeah, I've got mixed feelings on that, because that destroys the magic. If you show up and you're expecting to go to one park and they turn you away at the gate.
All right, so then let's put our heads together. Get your Gemini out.
Okay.
How do we solve Disney's reservation problem? How do we solve Disney's crowd control problem?
Oh, you increase the prices.
They keep coming. It doesn't matter.
That doesn't deter anybody, Sean.
No.
People take loans to get.
That's pretty much the way they've been doing it in the past. Is
the kidney donation station right outside of Disneyland or Harbor.
I never knew that.
Yeah, raising the prices does not defer people in any way, shape, or form.
People are willing to.
The part of price point where you price out all the locals.
Sean, I've been going to Disneyland forever, and this was never a problem. And the most premium Magic Key used to cost $300, and this was never a problem.
Yes, true.
So how the heck is it a problem today when the Magic Key is almost $2,000?
Yeah,
like, it makes zero sense to me. So they've gone from $300 with no crowd problems to $2,000 with significant crowd problems.
What do you think the percentage of people in a park in a given day are Magic Key holders?
At least 70%.
But that's
Is that high?
after 3. In the morning is mostly tourists.
It's still 70% though. Let's just generalize it. Attendees at Disneyland are, I would say, 70% locals, which means Magic Keys.
Yeah, other than increasing the attractions in the park, making the park bigger, and increasing prices.
Well, that's what Disneyland Forward is, right?
What's that?
That's what Disneyland Forward is.
Yes, yeah. So,
Do you think they'll put restrictions like only on locals?
Well, that's what the blackout days are supposed to be.
Yeah, but
right?
I think would they add like certain specific more restrictions to locals?
I don't know. I don't think they can because look, we tallied up our bill, right? We spent an extra $4,000
Mm-hmm.
at Disneyland in a year.
We did.
Look, the Magic Key holders, while they make less money from hotels and stuff like that and ticket sales, they make it all up on food
Food
because we buy so much food and it's not even funny.
pins because
Yeah.
they
even when you're trying to be careful, you still end up getting snacks and stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they make it up so easily with just food, merch, and stuff. I think what they need to do is they need to add more activations, more things to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, they need to bring back the shows. You know, they haven't really done the shows in either park as much as they used to. Like, when was the last time you saw something in that?
Like Aladdin?
Yeah. Like Aladdin.
Well, no, in the Magic Kingdom behind next to It's a Small World before you go into Toontown. There's this big stage there. I never see anything happening at that stage.
Oh, we went there once. It was very boring.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It had was it a musical? What was it?
Behind going to Toontown?
Yeah, they have like the thing that looks like a
the
circus.
tent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Disney needs to. When the 70th anniversary came out, they had those keys that you could buy, and they put stations all over the park, and people were running around the whole park trying to get all the stations.
Yeah.
And the lines were so low to the rides because people were running around doing experiences.
Yeah, they need to add those things into the park.
They need to add more experiences
That'd
that you
be
can do.
good because they get more money, and people are more busy doing other stuff than being in line. Because let's face it, most of the locals go there for
food,
for experiences, food, and collectibles.
Yeah,
they don't care too much to be on the rides anymore.
So, is there a new popcorn bucket? They seem to come up with new popcorn buckets.
They definitely come up with a bunch of stuff that the locals go crazy for.
Oh yeah, they need to change that like every 3 or 4 months, right?
Yeah, I mean they do it. Yeah, they know the psychology now. You got to figure out how to get more capacity into those parks. I mean, obviously Disneyland Forward is going to be the biggest help, right? Because it's going to make the parks
help.
bigger.
But of course, anytime there's something new, it draws a ton of attendance.
So more higher prices, more things to do.
And people are going to still have paying it. I'm telling you,
there's not a lot of variables that they can play with to help with.
The part that's just still more blowing my mind, though, Sean. I remember going in 2005 for the 50th anniversary, and it wasn't this crowded and packed, and the parks were smaller because Galaxy's Edge didn't exist.
True.
Right? Avengers Campus was non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
It was smaller.
Yeah, they had all sorts of bugs.
Cars that didn't exist in 2005.
They were building it. Remember, we used to go.
But that was still 2011, 2012.
Yeah, we used to go up on the.
But I was saying the park used to be smaller. Like all the Cars Land added a lot of real estate.
Yes.
Avengers Campus added some more real estate to the Bugs Life because it's a little bit bigger than what a Bugs Life used to be. And Galaxy's Edge is much bigger than what used to be there. And
there was nothing there before, right?
So making
although there was like a barbecue campground type thing there.
I did, yeah. I know, right? There was a barbecue campground in there. You used to be able to feed goats.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, sometimes they had animals in there, yeah.
Yeah, behind Big Thunder Mountain, there was like a petting zoo.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I don't know. Like, I think Disney's only answer is just expand square footage. They need to make the park bigger.
But that's not an answer, though.
What do you mean?
The bigger we make it, the more the people will come.
No, I mean, they had 425 acres at Disneyland versus 50,000 acres in Magic Kingdom. So I'm sure they'll figure it out. But I think they gotta go bigger.
Now, is it because the people that are coming are the children that used to be young back in the day that wanted to come, but the parents wouldn't bring them and grew up with all the Disney stuff? So now they
A
have
lot of that.
now they have real money to spend, so they go to Disney.
That did impact me quite a bit, right? So I go to Disney with adult money.
Yeah.
That's the other kind of interesting thing. The
Same
people that
thing
are going are adult money people now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Disney World pretty much every other year growing up, and so I continue to do that as an adult.
There you go. See, Sean has that adult Disney money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the future for Disneyland is still very uncertain. We have a new CEO in the new reign of this, and we'll see what he does. And he used to be Disney Parks and Experiences. So,
Yeah.
and if anybody knows Disney Parks and Experiences better, it's Josh tomorrow. So Josh, I'm faithful that Josh is on this and will give us a good resolution. But
Yeah.
I think their only path forward is to expand the footprint. It's the only answer.
So once they expand it this time, they're very limited on what they can expand on next time.
Yes or no?
Maybe the Toy Story parking lot becomes another park.
They're limited, but they're also limited by the money that they have, right? Because it's just a matter of buying properties out. Right? They just need to pay more for that land.
I guess they could buy the houses behind.
Well, yeah, once they elevate the entrance over our harbor, all those hotels now are questionable.
Yeah, all the value of those hotels goes down to zero, or down starts going down.
Lower. Yeah, I don't think it goes to zero, but yeah.
Right, all that property becomes available. The Toy Story parking lot. I think they got to go higher on those structures. I don't know why they only went 6 floors up.
Maybe city regulations.
I don't know. I think they got to build taller structures. They need easier in and out too, though. That flows. It'll take us an hour just to park sometimes.
That's annoying. Yeah.
So, anyways, folks, that is where we're at with the Disneyland news for this week. And make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and let us know in the comment section if you know how Disney can solve their congestion problem.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.